Welcome back to another trader issues video. This one is a huge problem which pretty much stops the careers of people wanting to go into this industry and yet being undercapitalized, not having enough funds to trade. It is a very common issue, which is why I decided to talk about it. So in here, I always talk about the issues, but I also offer you some solutions. So in the same vein, I'm going to show you how to get funded as a trader who doesn't have any professional qualifications. So keep watching, because this video will also involve a link to the kind of numbers that I achieved when I got funded by this other company while I was working on my own qualifications and going through my exams. The reason for this video today is that I had a number of people asking me in the comments, does my company fund demo traders who are profitable? I regret to say absolutely not at this time, because my own company at the moment is way too small to take on that kind of risk. So we have a very strict monitoring process in place before we decide to fund someone. It's a slow process, but you know, my company has only really taken off in the last 2 years. So the funds in my trading department come from myself, the other director, but also a couple of external investors as well. Now, once we grow a bit more, there is going to be a day when we won't need any external funding, at which point it will become possible to fund people directly with our proprietary funds alone. Now, over the last year, I have been getting a lot of traders coming to me from the States. Sadly, DarwinX is not available for residents of USA purely because of the compliance and regulatory standpoint, but that doesn't mean that there isn't an option for you to get funded. While I was doing my own exams so that I can trade for other investment management companies in London, I was actually remotely trading at one point for a company called Topstep Trader. That company played yet another part in further raising my own profile reading skills. Because up until that point, I was only really using supply-demand daily ranges and value area scenarios. And I was pretty good at that. I was very, very good at that. Once I was trading for Topstep, I met a man called Hogue. And Hogue raised my understanding of profile and sustained and failed auctions to high heavens. Topstep and Hogue to this day have a special place in my heart. Now, Hogue is also a former musician, and we got pretty close during my time in Topstep. Now, I like the way Chicago prop firms operate, much better than London prop firms.
I didn't like the weather though.
But I still think that Chicago prop trading is miles ahead of London, which is not that odd because Chicago is the hub of prop trading. So I wanted to create this video to explain how Topstep can work for you and why it's such a great alternative for anyone who doesn't have professional qualifications, but you are serious about your trading. Now, Topstep is one of those innovative firms that will fund a demo trader who can prove their skills in a so-called combine tryout. Now, a combine in sports is a test of skills, usually involving a number of different disciplines before you can enter the big leagues. And I mean, you guys know me and my sports analogies with trading. So when I stumbled across Topstep, I actually loved the fact that they were on the same page there. I'm gonna share my screen so I can show you the results of the combine that I had to get funded by Topstep. Right, so here we are. So you can see how I traded down here. I went for 150k funding nominal value, and as you can see, I reached a target of 9,000. So this was May 13th, and then the whole combine ended up on April the 13th. So I reached about 9k target in about 20 days. I also achieved all of this by being profitable 78% of the days that I traded. I also used 2 to 4 R multiples on successful trades, and that's crazy high. But I always say that you need to use the high R multiples. You need to have a high enough risk reward so that when things are not going that great, you're still profitable. And then when you do have that high profitability as well, you're just smashing it. And you can also see Michael here. This is Michael Patak. Michael actually owns Topstep. Michael Patak. That's him. So he is commenting how impressive my crude oil trading is. And honestly, it still is. Crude oil is still very much my bread and butter to this day when it comes to day trading. As you can see, I traded euro, ES and crude oil. You know, anyone saying that I don't look like a trader, just study these combine results and then you might want to change your definition of what a trader should look like, okay? Now, obviously, it's been a few years since then, and I have my own company. I'm not really interested in trading for others anymore, but I actually, I have a number of gold and a few silver members from my order flow program who are happily funded at Topstep as we speak, right? And I have even more traders coming to them in the pipeline as well. They're mostly USA traders for now, but I have a few others who are looking for 100 to 150K nominal funding right away, which is something that I cannot give right away. It takes about a year for me to kind of get to the trust level where I can put that much money into a trader. So Topstep is a great alternative. What's awesome about Topstep is that they're well ahead of the curve. They were a remote company well before COVID, right? Now everyone's remote because we had to. But Topstep offers remote trading positions. It means you can be located pretty much anywhere in the world to do the combine assessment and to also trade for them. So seeing that I've sent them a number of good traders already, Topstep and me decided to join forces. So this is the change, why I'm talking about this. Now, before, every time a trader wanted funding, I would kind of send them to Topstep, wouldn't really even think about it. But now, every time any trader wants to start a combine tryout, you can actually get some money off your combine going forward. I wanted to put this out there for all of you who are asking me in the comments how to get funded. How do I access funding? Do you fund? Where do I go? I'm a profitable trader, but I'm a demo trader. I don't have qualifications. What do I do? Where do I go? Well, go to Topstep. They're willing to put money behind demo traders if you can prove your skills in this combine. So if I go to their main site, you can pick the size of the combine that suits you. As you can see, there is a monthly charge, but they do a free trial. And it's a fraction of the cost. Think about it. Instead of blowing 5 to 10K of your own cash to realize your skills are not there, here you can try out for a fraction of the cost, see where you are and how you measure up to the risk parameters they require. Getting funded, it's pretty much similar anywhere else if you don't have professional qualifications. It's the same thing, you have to pass a simulated period. And here with Topstep, you can do it from the comfort of your own home, at a fraction of a cost. Like, you literally have nothing to lose by giving this a go. If you want to see what it looks like, they do have a free trial for about 2 weeks. Then, if you're ready to take the plunge, you can go straight to the assessment for the funding. And the link that I'm giving you below will give you 20% off your first futures combine. Depending on your risk appetite and your skill level, you have a choice of different size combines. I was also very comfortable with my skills. I've had a number of years experience trading very profitably before then, so I was pretty comfortable that I can smash this massive combine for $300 a month and to do it in 20 days, which I did do, so, you know. But if you're not entirely confident in your skills that you will be able to, then 30 or 50K combines, it's perfectly acceptable as well. In the next video, I will be talking about the best approach to use during this combine tryout. Hope you find this useful and hope this is going to solve some issues for a lot of people who have been asking me about funding. Until next week, click here for more trader issues and click here for the weekly strategy videos.